Welcome back to EUREKA Farms for episode 18 with me, Mr. Searly P. I'm back on EUREKA Farms and things are not good. Not with EUREKA Farms itself. EUREKA Farms is just fine. However, factories catastrophe. As you can see, my 3 factories, because in the last episode I placed my 3rd factory, are all gone. In fact, this is, for all intents and purposes, a completely new map. It is, because it's a completely new save game. And there's a reason for that. Some of this, I've tried my hardest to get everything back to where it was. I've tried to put everything where it was. Some of the positioning is off a bit, but I can't do a lot about that. As far as my animals go, I put them back exactly where they were. I think I had 426 in one and 207 or 209 in another. I can't remember. And as for capacities, what I had in all of my silos, I tried to get it as close to what I remember them being as I possibly could. As far as the grass work goes, the grass all round my main yard, I decided to take the opportunity to actually, if I was going to reset the whole thing, to actually plough all this and grass seed, which I did. However, that caused me a problem because I grass seeded, I ploughed right up to the boundary, which I probably shouldn't have done, because when I seeded, I've seeded across the road. Now I know some of you, that's how your map looks already. Mine never did, and that's not the map, that's me. I did that. I ran the seeder along, so half the seeder was that side, half was that side, and it's seeded right up to the boundary, but also I'm not quite sure why, but anyway, here's why. Now obviously this is a few days after the updates, and this warning is going to come too late for most people, I would imagine, but this is again not complaining, just explaining. Well, I suppose a bit of a complaint as well. So last week the Placeable Factories packs, or the Placeable Factories packs, production packs, all the stuff by erShaba, the maps were all updated. Fine. The new map Shambag came out for console. I think it was just for console. Now, there have always been issues because the Factories pack uses the animal system. So the animal dialogue box, all that kind of thing. And lots of people would have this problem. So if you go along to our placeables, they would click on animal pens and nothing would happen. And the comments would be left in the chat and in the YouTube comments, and I would often say, if people ask me, if you've got the Placeable Factories pack installed, uninstall it, because that can be what's causing it. And most people will uninstall it and say, oh yeah, fine, my animal system is working fine again now. So there were always issues, not on all maps, on some maps. Now, EUREKA Farms initially was made and adapted to use the Factories pack. Now, not all of them, because there's this Placeable Seed Factory one, there's a Pellets one, and there's the Production Pack by Farmer Manu. Now, as far as I understand, the Pellets one was causing more problems than anything else. But here's what happened. In the last update to the Placeable Factories Pack, which was what I had installed, it says, and I've lost it, changelog 2.0. compatible with the mod of seasons. Now that's a bit of a change, I'm not going to go into that. Factory models were modified. Now it will be necessary to supply diesel to each factory for its correct operation. The pallets produced are now 2,500 litres, improved textures. Now you can choose between having 1 or 2 slots in each factory. The consumption and production will increase. Fantastic. Each slot will cost between 10,000 and 15,000 to add an extra slot onto each factory. Now, here's the crux of this. It is necessary to sell the old factories and pallets produced before updating this mod. Now, great, in an ideal world, most people should, in inverted commas, read the changelog before updating. Now, generally speaking, I personally, if it's a map that's getting an update, and I've got that map installed, I will read the update, because often it will say needs a new save game, various different things, or can cause problems, If it's a map, I generally will. If it's a mod, sometimes I'll read the changelog, but if it's an update to a mod, generally it's like, yeah, bang, update. Sometimes you get caught out, and when you go onto your map, you've done an update, and that particular mod has vanished, and you've got to buy it again, which is frustrating, but it happens. Now, Okay, fair enough. So had I updated it first or come onto the map, deleted them, then gone back and updated, fine, it might have been okay. But here's where it carries on. As for compatibility with Seasons mod, you should bear in mind that it's still under development to improve its operation. Then it says, important note, each map that has been compatible with this factory pack must be updated for its correct operation. That's where the problem has crept in. So this map was originally set up to work. I know I'm going on, but I need to explain because I'm frustrated, and I would say partially, if not mostly, my fault. I'll be honest, but I'm in the same boat as pretty much everyone else in that you don't anticipate what's going to happen. Yes, you read your changelog, and you might even think, okay, fair enough, that's not a problem. Now, even the erShaba maps that are out, I went on with some of the factory stuff, and still I'm having problems with the animal boxes, with all sorts of stuff. I cannot get them to work, even on those maps. So what you're saying is this map by TNTmodding, for the factories to work properly again now, the map maker then has to update the map, even if you've updated the mod. So even if you've updated the mod, even if you did it correctly, even if you removed them first, sold all your pallets, updated the mod, if the map hasn't been updated by the map maker, it's still not going to work properly. So here's what happened. I updated the mod. I came on to the map here, and my factories were gone. Okay, not the end of the world, it's happened before. So I thought, you know what, not a problem, I'll work around it. All my stuff was gone, the pallets were still there, so I'll sell the pallets and then I'll place the new factories. But obviously the problem being, the map hasn't been updated by the map maker, because at the end of the day, it wouldn't have been done that quickly anyway. So I sold the pallets, and then my game froze, which was frustrating enough. So I thought, okay. So I came out of it, did a kind of hard reset, came back into the game, I was back where I was. So I started doing a harvest on a field, and I thought what I'll do, I'll save the game, and then I'm going to have to, I'll just have to wait until this gets an update. If it gets an update for the factory pack to work. Saved the game. While it came up saying saving, game froze. It's like, okie dokie then. And stayed like that. So I came out again, came back in, completely corrupted save data file, whole game save gone, kaput. The only thing that had changed in between the last time I played this time was the factories changing. The fact the factories are gone, maybe I'm apportioning blame in the wrong direction. It is a lesson learned in that, generally speaking, I do read the change logs, but even reading that, you don't read it and think, this is going to cause a catastrophic save game corruption. It's not going to cause a massive game crash. It's not, you just go on and think, okay, it's not going to be compatible. I'll just have to take it off. I wasn't anticipating losing my entire save game. So apologies, I know I'm like 8 minutes into this and all I've done is waffle on about the factories, but it's frustrating. Okay, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, there's two ways of looking at it. It really shouldn't be doing that. But also, maybe I should have come on first and I should have deleted them first. But so now the factories packs I've now uninstalled completely. I haven't got them anywhere. I won't be using them. But what I have put in replacing everything, I said about getting the slurry trading system by MISSYB. So we've got that. That's been put in. We now have a place for selling slurry and manure if we want to. We can also do manure at the biogas plant. Now, obviously, I had a load of slurry in my animal pens when I lost everything. About 250,000 litres worth, I think. And obviously at the biogas plant I had 440,000 litres of digestate there. So what I've done in resetting it all up again, I've just put those into the silo and then gone again with my animals. It's the only way I could do it, really. You may be questioning, why are you bothering? Why are you going to all this trouble? You might as well just knock it on the head, start a new Let's Play. Because there were things I wanted to finish off on here. And I was I wouldn't say I was midway through the Let's Play, but I was enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. I wanted to see where I could get with it. That's just where I'm at. I have got a contract at the moment for harvesting on field 4. So I have my 4 horsemen over there at the moment, the 4 horsemen of the Acropolis. They are over there. You can just see them in the distance. They're ready to start harvesting, so I'm going to get on with that. When I get them going, I am then going to, it's right, slurry. Yeah, I'm going to take digestate that I put into here, that was in the biogas part originally, and any slurry I've accumulated here, I think I've got slurry in, I think I put that in here as well, and I'm going to sell it, because it was there. I was going to do that anyway, that was my intention, that's where we're going to go. I have gone back to my field 7 and my field 3, and I have ploughed them back together again, which I had just done. That I was going to put cotton into. It's a massive cotton field, actually. I'm just, again, like I said, is that too big a field to do cotton on? Oh, whatever, even if only half, it's half of it. So I need to plant that. But first, let's get on with getting these harvesters going. I wanted to see all 4 running. I mean, that was going to be, my thumbnail was going to be the Acropolis. And it was going to be my 4 horsemen going up the field. But the Factory Carastrophe is, I think, going to take precedent. I don't know. You know, like I've said, there'll be as many people saying, "Oh, it's ridiculous. It shouldn't have happened." Blah blah. There'll be as many people saying, "You should have read the changelog." I know. I totally understand that. I totally get it. You know, it is what it is. It's not great. Right, let's get you going. So, go. 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 Now, as far as the map goes, obviously I haven't done the update. There's no way I'm doing that final update in the EUREKA Farms because I've still got all of the zany bonkers large capacity gear. I haven't done the update, so it's all still the large capacity stuff. I am kind of, I suppose, doing more of a normal farming thing now, other than the large capacities and stuff, but it's not as bonkers as it originally was. So these are now off and running. Ah, excellent. Oh dear, what a game. It took me so long. Yeah, and that's the thing, I suppose. You look at the time put in, you know, the time in, reward out kind of thing. But even in setting it all back up again, I was really enjoying it. I mean, fields, if we go to our map and we go across, my field here, 8, 9 and 10, had 3 different crops in. When I came back in again, obviously I bought them all again. I then had to, because they were all at different states, I had to plough them out. I then had to lime. I then had to fertilise. I had to get everything back. Then I had to put the grass seed down. I had to let the grass seed grow. That took ages. Ploughing all that out, which I hadn't originally done. That was just the normal grass, and I just did landscaping. That's all done. But as you can see, where I did my fertilising and when I did my seeding, it's gone right across the roads. The roads have vanished. They're not showing up. And that was me. That was my fault. I went over the roads with the seeder and it just decided, yeah. What are you going to do? A small price to pay, I think, personally. So this harvest pays out about 80 grand anyway. We should have crop left over. That should be very nice. My plan now is to go and get the tanker. Now, I know that's had water in it up to now, but what I'm going to do is put slurry in it and digestate, then give it a really good clean out, or I might buy a second one actually for doing slurry and digestate. I haven't really decided. And let's sell some of that slurry yard. Actually, you know what, I haven't checked, because everyone was saying to me, oh, you should use the slurry yard by MISSYB because it pays out really, really well. I haven't even checked what the prices are saying. 670 and 655. I'll take that. That's brilliant. Yep, good stuff. Oh no. Oh, I've missed a bit now. Oh well. Okay, so I'll see you in a minute. I'll go and get the tanker. I'll turn these around and get them going the other way. And let's use the slurry yard instead of the factories, I guess. That's where I'm going to be at. I mean, the second of my lorries, I do need to do some adjustments on these, because in replacing these, I think I put narrow twins on these. I'm not sure the traction's going to be so great. Where did I put my tanker? I think it's in this one. Yep, there we go. So I'll start with slurry first. I think the slurry system, the MISSYB one, takes digestate as well. Not sure. Yeah, that grass is really going to annoy me. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Never mind. In my exuberance to get it done, rather than use a small seeder and do this strip here and then do the other strip the other side, I just ran right across it, you know. What was I thinking? I was thinking, speed! Get it done! I haven't got time for mucking about. That's where I went wrong. Never mind. So next step is going to be, and also continuing, and again, if you've been following this, let's play. I'm aiming for 1,000. At least I may buy a third pasture and do more than 1,000. What else? Oh, we've left the gate open again. I keep doing that. Yeah, 1,000 of those. 6 harvesters. Oh, we'll buy a big field. That was the other next thing, wasn't it? I want to get myself a massive field. Oh, that's going to drive me insane. I don't know why it's worse in some places than others as well. The problem I've got is it allowed me to plough right up to the edge. So it allowed me to plough right up to the edge of the road. Now often if you're creating your own field, it will plough up roads and stuff, but it didn't. The problem is now, I thought what I'll do is if I use the landscaping tool, if I just run a grass strip, just a narrow one, around the edge using the landscaping tool, but it won't let me landscape up close to the road. So I've just kind of shot myself in the foot really, but... Right, that's that from there. Top it off with what I've got stored in here. Let's see how we're getting on. That shouldn't be empty. Please tell me it's not shifted it all into the other silo. Not sure why it does that, it's very peculiar. It's not in this silo. Something's gone horribly wrong. Fingers crossed. I underestimated on that. I thought I had about, between the two, about 250,000 litres of slurry. So I just put 200,000 in. I could have overdone it and gone the other way and claimed I had loads more than I didn't, but... It seemed a little bit dishonest. Okay. It's going to take a while. It's a fairly slow unload. Would that make any difference? Not really. Okay, we'll leave that chugging. Cedar will be the next thing to prepare. I am racking my brains. I'm sure I replaced everything I had. I had the 2 little sweepers for clean up. I had the 2 cow barns. I had that shed and that shed. This one for my trailers. I'd just bought the Starer. I know loads of people said to me, commented and said, "Oh, you're telling me all the different sprayers that are better than this one." I totally understand that, but this one came with the map, well, the original map. That's why I was trying it out. The large capacities and the different things like that. I know there are wider spreaders, there are better ones, you know, for all different people's perspectives, but it was because it came with the map. That's why I was using that one. Loading wagon, 2 trailers. Yeah. I was up to 2 fertiliser spreaders there, 1 lime spreader. I have 3 mowers. Seeder. Plow, cultivator. Yeah, I was going to invest in another seeder. This keeps doing that as well, though, again. It didn't do it before, but all of a sudden it has again. It keeps shifting, wriggling around, but that's not a big deal either. Right, let's go and grab the other lorry. Money's still going up. $44 grand for a load of slurry. That's pretty good. I've got a fair bit of it. And then I've got... Actually, you know what I'll do next? Let's do a load of digestate and see if it will let me sell the... If it doesn't let me sell the digestate, I'll just have to use it as a fertiliser, but... yeah, let's try that. Okay, we're full. I suppose what I should have done was actually looked at the sell screen. But I haven't got a digestate thing, have I? Oh, I don't know. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Get in, right. We might do alright, you know, even though the factories thing has been a bit of a disaster. This might work out to our advantage. Excellent, right. Harvest on field 4 is going wonderfully. Let's go and grab this. Yeah, that really shouldn't have narrow twins, should it? Coming from this side. So, cotton, this is going to be an interesting one. Should make a load of money. Well, yeah. It'll take a while, but it should. Right, we're set on cotton, that's good. I've got to make sure I go down the side. Now I'm ready to cut grass again. So I get my mowers out. 72,000. I made more on digestate than I did on slurry. Whoa! Okay, nice. Yeah, we got oh, what was it? 3.5 million litres, was it? When we did the hay, and I said the next cut would be grass, that will all go into storage, so that I've got everything I need to keep those cows going for ages, and as the herd increases in size, I should have plenty. It doesn't hurt every day or every couple of days when the grass is ready to go, cut it, put it in grass, cut it, put it in hay, cut it, put it in the biogas plant to make silage. And then if I keep getting harvest where I can do straw as well, I've got 8 million litres of straw on hand. I'm not going to do straw for a while, but it certainly doesn't hurt, does it? At least I don't think it does. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of cotton, isn't it? Oh well. I'm going to do right around the edge, then I'm going to set a worker off. So I could speed do this. If I wasn't doing loads of other jobs at the same time, I probably would. I really shouldn't be driving while I'm doing that. So, start it up, drop it down, double click. Now that's going to get through seed quite quickly because cotton is fairly heavy on the seed requirement, and we are seeding out at 30.5 metres, is it? 30.5, something like that. Don't go over the other bit. No! Come on, before the rest of that traffic comes. Hurry up. There we go. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, I think I'm going to change the tyres on the lorries. I don't think it will actually make a difference, but I should really. We'll just have to wait, I'm sorry. Awesome! Awesome, awesome, awesome! Now if I was doing this myself like this and speed seeding, then it wouldn't take too long at all, but the fact I'm going to set a worker off, it will take a little bit longer, but it'll give me a chance to then make sure I'm keeping up with everything over there, and then I'll get back to selling the rest of the slurry and the digestate, and then maybe, so my decision now is, do I then go for the new harvesters now and then save up for the field, or do I do the field first and then save up for the harvesters? It's a big decision, isn't it? Actually, you know what? We have got... Hang on. Sorry. Harvesting field 2 for barley. Field 12. Field 1 for wheat. How much is field 2? $986 grand. You know what? Seeing as I'm getting paid so well for the digestate and the slurry, I'm buying it. Why not? Because now everything off that field that I'm getting this time will be mine. Plus I'll get all the swath off that. There's some other pluses that I was going to say. And then when I reseed the next crop in that, again, will be all mine. And as the money rolls in, I'll then increase my harvesters. Yeah. I thought it was more expensive than that. I know it's not field 4. I know some people said, oh yeah, buy field 4. That's a bit more pricey. And certainly a bit bigger. Right. By the end of this episode then, I want to have sold all my slurry, all my digestate. I'm going to sell the manure I've got on hand because I've got a little bit. And I'm going to then make sure field 4's finished harvesting, because then I can move my harvesters over and I can harvest my new field, field 2. And I can prep that for putting a crop in. I might do soybean in that, or sunflowers, or something like that. That's what I didn't replace, I've just realised. Because the factories thing went to pot, I had a load of potatoes, I had a load of sugar beet, didn't I, in storage. I had wood chips in storage, loads of wood chip, and sunflower as well. I didn't replace those. That's annoying. Okay, maybe I need to... I can't remember how much of each I had though. Oh. Yeah, see, this is a problem where I've gone right up to the edge of the road, haven't I? Oh, I'm sure it'll be alright. There we go. Turn that off. I've had another rethink about the thumbnail title. You'll see what it comes up as on the screen when you watch it. Right, harvest contract is done on field 4. We've got 538,522 litres of canola. This is where we've got to transport it and deliver it to. However, the best price is not here. So what I'm going to do is set it off to go, but as soon as that trip's onto contract complete, I need to stop it, and I can get a better price at the feed supply company at the north of the map. Money has gone up massively. I have sold all my slurry, all my digestate. What I would suggest is, if you are or have an absolute surplus of slurry, that's right, still a bit there. Yeah, if you've got a surplus of, not slurry, digestate from using the biogas plant, I would honestly suggest getting the slurry yard by MISSYB, because that will take digestate, manure or slurry. Now obviously with slurry and manure, a lot of biogas plants will let you sell it there, so you get a bit of a double whammy in that you get the money for selling at the biogas plant plus digestate. However, if the price is very low that you're going to get for your slurry or manure, you might actually be better off just selling it directly to the slurry yard, the MISSYB slurry yard, because the price is pretty good. But digestate, yeah, I mean, that's up there. So if you've got a biogas plant and you've got a load of digestate on hand, and the other way of looking at it is this: you could use it as fertiliser, which is free, of course. It's a byproduct of whatever you've sold at the biogas plant, so you've got free fertiliser. However, if you sell it at the slurry yard and you make an absolute fortune, you can buy as much fertiliser as you want. So it kind of works out better that way. You can buy all the fertiliser you need and have money left over. That didn't work out as well as I'd hoped, sitting on a seeded field. All my harvesters will now be moving over to field 2 to do the harvest there with straw swath enabled. I've come the wrong way, haven't I? Yeah, with straw swath enabled, so I'll get the straw off of field 2 plus the crop. That'll all be mine. That will then need to be ploughed. It does need liming, but it will need ploughing, fertilising, and then putting another crop in, which I think I'm going to go soybean on that one. I think I might even extend the field, although, to be fair, oh no, because it's weird, some of these fields, like field next to me to the left, you've got grass, like not field grass, round the edge type grass, rather than the ploughed field that's been grass seeded. Then the field next to it, there's no grass growing. It's weird how you've got some of the fields do, some don't. Round the outside of field 3, grass growing, round the side of field 2, not. So actually you might be better off extending that field out, making it wider. Not necessarily longer, because I think I need the turning circle and turning at either end. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, what I'll do is when I'll sell this, I'll complete the contract. There's the fertilising one available in field 13 for about 50 grand. So what have we achieved in this episode? Well, all the build up to this has taken me, I'll be honest, probably well over a day, a full day, to get all this back to where it was. So we have now done everything we needed to. We've sold our slurry, sold our digestate, we've harvested field 4, I've got a bit of manure to sell, but I'll do that off screen. We've bought fields 2, we've seeded field, well, 7 and 3 combined. We've actually got a fair bit done. And the money's gone from 400,000 up to 920,000. That's just selling the slurry and digestate. So yeah, it's well worth it. Add this into the mix as well. This is going for about 1,300 and something here. So this 100 and something odd thousand litres is going to take me way up, and then another 80 grand for the contract. So cha-ching! Happy with that. 204. Ah, gotta love it. And then we complete the contracts and take on the next one. Completed. Collect 82 grand. Thank you very much. Fertilising field 13. Do I want to harvest that? No, I need my harvesters for doing my own field. Let's accept the contract on that. I'll get that running. Farm dog is overjoyed, as you can tell, about the prospect. So we have come to the end of another episode. We are moving in the direction I want to be moving in, despite the hiccup, though it was hard to digest. We're okay. We're going to be okay. So I'll see you on the next one, either here or on Rasvet, whichever one comes next. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.